Pick 14, round 1, I have the Ravens going Jordan Davis out of Georgia. This is a tough choice for me. It was between Jordan Davis, Trent McDuffie. Really, really like what Trent can do for the secondary, assuming both of them are on. As much as I love McDuffie, it boils down to pressure. And I believe Jordan Davis can get pressure in the face of Joe Burrow, Mitch Trubisky, Mahomes, you name it. I think he can press the pocket. I think he can develop his hands as a pass rusher. I know he can destroy double teams. I know he reads blocks very well. I know he reads the backfield very well and cannot be blocked one-on-one. He's going to make the pass rush outside more effective. And as I said, most importantly, he's going to be disruptive in the backfield versus the run versus the pass. A lot of the discussion about Jordan Davis is whether or not he's a 3-down player. Mix him in and out on various downs. Get this guy fresh on 2nd and long, 3rd and long, and let him go hunt the quarterback. He can, in addition to collapse the pocket, he can shoot gaps and can be very, very quick off the football. This is a bully D-line. This is a beat-you-up defensive line. It's a deep defensive line with him. I believe he has all kinds of potential to develop as a pass rusher, and he is a rare, rare type. The Ravens are going to continue being able to stop the run in dominant fashion. The Ravens are coming to get your quarterback, and I like this pick at 14. In round 2, at pick 45, I have the Ravens selecting Kyler Gordon, cornerback out of Washington. I like Kyler Gordon because he's a little more versatile than, say, someone like Roger McCreary. He can live outside. He can live inside. He's played a lot more zone coverage. And I think there's a bit more upside with Kyler as well. He does need to become more physical in the run game, but that's something that can be coached up in Baltimore. Another possibility for the Ravens in round 2 to keep an eye on, I think, would be Jalen Petrie out of Baylor, that star nickel type role. Inside linebacker is another possibility in the 2nd round for the Ravens. Look, Leo Chenal or Quay Walker, perhaps even Channing Tindall. He was mocked there. That's possible. So I think we're going to see a secondary in round 2 if we don't go there round 1, and I'm going with Kyler Gordon. In round 3 at pick 76, I have the Ravens selecting wide receiver ALEC Pierce out of Cincinnati. ALEC Pierce is the receiver the Ravens wish Miles Boykin had turned into, and he's that right now. He can hurt you everywhere on the field. Great athlete, 40-inch vertical, can really run, has the ability to beat you deep, has sink in his hips, can beat you over the middle, has really good vision as it relates to option routes and reading defenses. He can sit down, find that spot, has the ability to go up and get the football and win jump balls. I like this receiver very much, and I think a lot of people, at least the way I'm reading it, are sleeping on him. I think he comes in right away and makes an impact. This is something this offense, I think, needs to become more balanced. It's still a running offense, but you run Marquise, ALEC Pierce, Rashad Bateman, and Pierce reminds me a little bit of Bateman. You run those 3 out there along with Andrews, and you have a difficult receiver set to defend. There's no question all 3 of those guys can hurt you. He's a good route runner. He's got a quick release. He's got experience beating press, lined up every day against Ahmad Gardner and fought that battle in practice every day against Ahmad Gardner. He's somebody I like a lot for the Ravens. Really does a lot to fill out that wide receiver group in Baltimore. I have the Ravens at pick 100. In round 3, selecting Alex Wright, defensive line, edge. He's a prospect I like a lot. He is versatile, 270 pounds, nearly 6'6", long arms, very good off the ball, very good first step, powerful strike. Does need work in the run game, but I see him as one of those 9-up players. And what I mean by that is once the Ravens are up 9 late and a team is throwing, you put him in on 3rd down and tell him to go get the quarterback. He's versatile. He lined up a little bit at nose, a little bit at 3 tech, a little bit at 5 tech. There'll be a jumping competition, but the athletic traits are there, and you could have somebody very, very special and a steal here at pick 100. Into the 4th round, I have the Ravens with their first fourth round selection, selecting Braxton Jones, tackle, Southern Utah. There's a lot to work with Braxton. Great size, length. I think he's got very good feet. He is rough in terms of his outside arm in particular, so he's got to work on hand placement. I don't think you want him in there right away at left tackle. Certainly, I think they're going to try to bring him along slowly. Hope that Ronnie Stanley is good. There's going to be a slight jump in competition with Braxton as well, but I think you've got a guy who could play right tackle or left tackle for you at a reasonably high level in this offense. It may take them a year to get there, but the Ravens are at the point in the draft where they need to select some tackle help, and I think Braxton is a starting tackle in the NFL. I have the Ravens going back to the edge position. This guy's more of a true outside linebacker type. 6'5", 255, Dominique Robinson. Man, this guy's got a lightning first step. I look at him and I see a guy that could be a Matt Judon type for the Ravens. Even in year one, he could pick up 2 sacks, 3 sacks in some form of rotation. Again, another one of those 9-up players. But he could have that sort of Matt Judon trajectory going forward in his career. Prototypical size. He's going to need some coaching. He does not look like he knows too much about what he's doing versus the run in particular. But he may be a rotational pass rush guy in year one as well. With the Ravens' third fourth-round selection, I have them selecting tight end Jake Ferguson. I've preached on Jake a lot, really partial to him as a tight end, particularly for the Ravens. He's one of my favorite players in the whole draft. He's a little bit of Nick Boyle, a little bit of Mark Andrews. Definitely a threat to catch the football. After the catch, he's a threat. Lines up all over the place at Wisconsin. Good inline blocker. Has some good explosion off the ball and can actually move D linemen. Anyway, like this player a lot. Love to see him come to Baltimore. This next player, I believe, has been in every one of my mocks. Definitely one of those pound-the-table type players for me. Kieran Williams, running back out of Notre Dame. The Ravens are selecting him with their fourth-round selection. He's a patient runner who sets up blocks, very shifty in the backfield, reads the second level and third level very, very well. He's balanced in that he can play the run, that he can catch the football out of the backfield. He's a good pass protector, and I think a very, very good addition to the running back room in Baltimore. With the Ravens' final selection in round 4, I have them going with cornerback Jermaine Waller out of Virginia Tech. Jermaine 6'1", 180, has great ball skills. This guy is being slept on so far as I can tell. Have not heard a word about him since early in the process. I believe in him. He's one of the first guys I watched. I like Jermaine Waller a lot. I think he can play slot corner as well as outside. I'm not sure where anybody else has him, but I'd be really happy about us picking up Jermaine Waller in round 4. In round 6, I have the Ravens revisiting Virginia Tech and selecting Brock Hoffman, center guard. He's a guy I've had in my mocks before. Versatile, played some right tackle. You don't want him out there, but in a pinch you could. He's a center. I think he's exactly what the Ravens look for so far as body type, temperament, demeanor, intelligence. And I think he'll be given a chance to get some playing time even in the first year.